Good morning.
Hello, Cease.
Kim Cease for the record, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Chance.
Okay.
Your Honor, Ms. Jordan's requesting that she not appear on video if that is
Yes.
appropriate.
I asked the media not to broadcast the identity of this next witness.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes.
Hello. All right, you may proceed, Ms. Cease.
Good morning, Ms. Jordan.
Yes,
Could you
ma'am.
state your full name to the jury and spell your first and last name, please?
My name is Elizabeth Jordan, E-L-I-Z-A-B-E-T-H. My last name is Jordan, J-O-R-D-A-N.
Ms. Jordan, how are you related to Isaiah Chance?
I am Isaiah's Nana, his grandmother.
And Victoria Gray,
Is
his
my daughter.
mother, is your daughter?
Yes,
Okay. Have you known Isaiah Chance since he was born, since he was a baby?
oh yes, when he was in his mother's womb.
And where do you live, ma'am?
I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. So you have been around him and known him his entire life?
Yes.
What was your relationship like with your grandson? Can you describe it to the jury?
I am Nana. My husband is no longer with us. He's Papa. So we've been in his life since he was a baby. Sweet child,
Describe what he was like as a little boy.
quiet, calm, sweet, never gave us an ounce of trouble. He was with us quite a while, quite much, to our house as younger and as older. We've never had a problem. Discipline part, we never had to raise a belt. We just can say something stern.
Was
And
he compliant for you
always.
and for your husband,
Always,
his grandfather?
yes.
Okay. Were you a hands-on grandmother where you would cuddle and put him on your lap?
If he had a chance, he'd come sit in my lap now.
Okay.
All his life, I've done that with all our children. They have the opportunity to sit in our lap, lay their head on our shoulder, and just be them.
When he was a little boy, did he have any problems in school, learning disabilities that you observed?
Yes, it was, Isaiah didn't talk for a couple of years, maybe to about 4 or 5. So we knew that there were some speech impediment problems.
So he wasn't verbal for the
No.
first few years of his life, all the
No.
way up to age 4?
About 4, about
Okay.
between 3 to 5, that area, yes.
Okay, much later than your other grandchildren developed vocal
Absolutely.
skills. All right. And did he have a speech impediment?
Yes.
Describe what it was to the jury. What did he suffer from?
He would want to express himself, and he would stutter a lot, and you just had to be patient and sit with him and then let him say what he needed to say at that time.
Do you think as a young child that affected his ability to express himself and communicate with others?
Yes, sometimes it had,
Okay.
yes.
Did it affect his abilities in school to learn and to excel like the other children?
He had some problems of learning, and we got him speech therapy and tutors as.
Do you recall what age he received speech therapy?
From the age, if I'm not mistaken, between 3 to 4 and up to a certain age, yes.
And was that helpful to him?
Yeah, because he turned around one day and said, Nana.
Okay. What sort of student was he in school?
Discipline, quiet, calm.
Did you and your husband ever get involved in school activities like PTA meetings and things such as that?
We didn't do all PTA meetings, but we attend certain curriculum that they had.
Did you ever observe him as a child having a temper or being mean to the other grandchildren in your home?
No, he's gonna hang that head and just brush it off.
Did you take your grandchildren, including Isaiah, to church?
Oh yeah, he was raised in church.
Okay. And are you a minister of sorts?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And so it would be the norm in your household if the grandchildren were there, the grandchildren went to church on Sunday.
They didn't miss when they were with me.
Okay. And did he go willingly and participate in church?
Yes, he was a part of the children ministry. He did well.
Did he do that all the way up through adulthood?
As long as he was with me, he went. You can't live in my house and not go to church.
Would you also take Isaiah and other grandchildren on vacations, family vacations?
Yes, we did a lot of family vacation. As I stated, when we did Walt Disney World, Busch Gardens, Six Flags, Texas, every summer we would take them, all the grandkids, all for about 3 weeks and spend that time with them.
And would he participate with the other kids and with yourself and with his grandfather?
Yes, he did.
Now, tell me about your husband. Did there come a time that your husband became ill?
Yeah,
When was that?
in 20.
2020?
Yes.
And what was originally his diagnosis?
He was diagnosed with kidney failure.
Okay. Is that something that, when you first got the diagnosis, did you share that with your family?
No, we didn't.
You kept it a secret?
Yes, we did.
Between yourself and your husband?
Yes.
And what sort of treatment did he receive initially?
Initially, he did the dialysis at Mayo Clinic, and he wanted me to do it at home. He said, I trust you. I want you to do it because I know you're going to make sure I'm good. So I went to school for it, learned it within 6 months, and started administrating the dialysis from the house.
Did there come a time during his illness that you felt the need to share it with your family, including Isaiah?
Yes.
When was that?
It was in 21.
Okay.
When my husband felt like he needed to have a heart-to-heart talk with me, and he wanted the kids to know that he was dealing with this, and he actually died in 2022. And I was in St. Vincent by myself, and the Lord told me not to pull the cord. And I called my girls and they said, Dad is gone. And they said, Mom, I said, no, the Lord said, don't pull the cord, give him 7 days. And we believe in miracles. And within 7 days, my husband woke up with his right mind, his right spirit. And I began to tell Isel and them and the kids, and they just bubbled at that time. But my husband told me the Lord sent him back to make sure that his children were okay.
He was worried about his grandsons
He was worried about his
in
children.
particular.
So he lived 1 year from the date that he woke up.
And once Isaiah learned of his grandfather's illness, was he helpful to you and to his grandfather?
Yeah, my husband called him and said, I want to go to Atlanta for treatment. I need you to come. I need you to come with me and Grandma, with Nana, drive the truck, help us move there. I was reluctant from going, but he had already set up temporary housing. My husband did it all. And Isel didn't give a negative. He said, I'm going, Papa. Tell me when you're ready.
How many grandchildren do you have?
Oh, my God. A total of 24.
And your husband wanted Isaiah there.
Oh, yeah. He helped name Isel. Yeah.
Okay. And when he called upon him and said, drop everything and come to Atlanta with Grandma, Nana,
Nana,
and what did he call his grandfather?
Papa.
Papa. Did he drop everything and go with you?
The next day, he got in
Okay.
the truck and he said, Poppy, I drive. And my husband friend drove the U-Haul, and Isaiah drove the truck, and I drove the other car, and we proceeded to go to Georgia.
And how old would he have been then when Isaiah did that? He was still a teenager.
Absolutely.
Okay. So he dropped everything.
Mhm.
He went with Nana and Papa to Atlanta. What sort of care did he assist in with your husband? Did he have to aid you?
Oh, yeah, he helped me.
What did he do?
When Papa couldn't get up, he helped. He would help me pick him up, put him in the chair, help me get everything ready, because everything has to be sterilized. You can't have anything in that area that has been tampered or tinkered with. So Isaiah was a proper call of helping me get everything administrative so that I can give him the dialysis.
Was his Papa a big man?
Ooh, 270 pounds,
Okay. And what size were you back then?
about 110.
Okay. And was that something you would have been able to do by yourself to lift him, to move him from chair to chair
I
during that
did
treatment?
at first, but you know, as you get older, your strength get a little bit. So Sean, I believe he looked at saying that I needed help. And we could have got it from the other kids, but he didn't want to burden them. He wanted this.
He wanted Isaiah.
Yes.
Okay. And did Isaiah ever turn him down? Did he ever complain about providing the care for his grandfather, providing care for you, for stopping his life to go to Atlanta with you?
No, he wanted to tell me his dreams, and he said he wanted to talk over Papa to see what we think. So that was an opportunity for him to spend the time going back and forth with us to say what he wanted to do.
Going through that experience in Atlanta, did it draw you closer to Isaiah?
I've always been close to my grandchildren. They know that. So it wasn't a specific time. It was just obedience on that part.
And sadly, there came a time that the illness progressed with your husband and he passed. When was that?
It didn't progress. Certain things happened.
Okay.
And he transitioned in 2023.
Okay. Tell me about the funeral and how your grandson stepped up at the funeral.
With that in mind, we are a close-knit family, and there are 4 original sons, and then there are multiple grandsons. So the older sons and grandsons decided to represent their papa by wearing these black uniforms with red writing in the back.
So they had shirts made
The
as
whole
a tribute
outfit.
to their grandfather?
Yeah, black pants with black shirts and then the red writing, and they indicated the service as unity and oneness in 2023.
And Isaiah participated in that.
Oh yeah, he's the oldest grandson. Yeah.
And they acted as pallbearers for their grandfather.
Yes, they took him
Including
out of the
Isaiah.
carriage. They took him out of the carriage. They put him in the church. They took him from the church, put him back in the carriage.
In all the years that you have known Isaiah, have you ever known him to be violent with anyone?
Not at all.
Have you continued your relationship with him since he's been in jail?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give him that word. Psalms 91. He that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. He will be your refuge and your fortress in the time of trouble.
Does he accept your scripture when you give that to him on
I
the
give
jail
it to
phone?
him when he talks to him, and
Okay.
whatever he needs, if he needs money on his books, I'm there. I'll put it on his books.
What's the one thing you want this jury to remember about Isaiah and
Isaiah
your
was
relationship?
Isaiah came from Isaiah 43, 13 to 18. It's not by chance his name is Isaiah, because the scripture says, in that God told Isaiah, I'm going to give you another chance to get things right. So I don't think things just happen. I think that things are allowed because God is trying to wake up his people. So with that, Isaiah has always been a humble, sweet, kind child raising up. I can't say anything horrible because he's never been nothing but that.
Is he a good grandson to you and to your husband?
Oh yes, he's respectful. Even now, when I say something and he's been where he's at, he'll say, Nana, I love you, but I want to just say something to Mama right now. I said, okay. He's never been disrespectful or anything.
If I could have a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Cross?
Just briefly, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Ms. Jordan, it sounds like you had a wonderful relationship with your grandson, is that correct?
With all my grandchildren, that is correct.
And specifically with Isaiah Chance, your grandson, you and your husband, while he was alive, had a strong, loving relationship. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, with all of them.
With
we
all
have.
of them?
Yes,
And you had wonderful family trips during the summer.
we all did, yes.
And you would do that every summer with all your grandchildren, including Isaiah Chance.
That is correct.
And I know that you have told us about some of his issues growing up, like he required speech therapy.
That is correct.
And you said after he got speech therapy, he did develop. Is that correct? He was able to speak and he didn't have any issues after that.
He still studies some. He still stutters and he still spoke calm, and he will hesitate before he finishes sentences.
And throughout school, if he needed any sort of support or issues, you would see to it that he got that. Is that correct? That he would get tutors?
Well, all of us did. This was not just one man team with Nana and Papa. This was a collective force.
He had a village.
He had a village, as
He had a
Nation
village.
said. That is
Oh,
correct.
And I didn't mean to interrupt you, ma'am. He had a lot of people in his corner trying to support him and give him whatever he needed growing up. Is that true, ma'am?
To some certain extent, as much as we can do. We're not living in the same household, but when he was with us, he did.
And in fact, I thought you said you had described him when he was going through some of that learning, that you said he could be very disciplined, quiet, and calm. Is that what you
correct.
said?
That is correct.
Yes. And so when he put in the effort, certainly he was able to progress.
Around me, I've never had a problem. He was always quiet, always calm, and always disciplined.
And always respectful. Isn't that
Always
true, ma'am?
respectful around me. And that's all of them. It's because the way we raised him.
And you said that he was raised in the church. Is that correct?
He was in the church by me, by his parents, his mother, and Pastor Nashon, Dr. Nashon spoke also because he was a part of his life by that time.
And certainly at the very heart of church, he knew and was taught right from wrong. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Well, the scripture says we all do. He without sin cast the first stone. So we all know what's right and wrong. But do we make those decisions all the time? No.
But he was raised to know right from wrong. Isn't that true, ma'am?
He was raised to know what the Ten Commandments says and what to do. That's correct.
Thank you. I have nothing further.
Mhm.
Okay, redirect?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you want to go ahead and do the Zoom witnesses? Okay, I know they've been waiting a while, so. All right, who's going to be up first?
I just verified that it is Isaiah Chance.
Okay, thank you for doing that for me. And so who you're going to call first?
I'll call Isaiah. And Judge, you would like his identity.
Okay, the next witness also does not want their identity broadcast, okay? All right.
Sorry.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Podium's not connected yet.
Oh, sorry. Right. Hi, Mr. Wade, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, very good. All right, raise your right hand. The clerk is going to swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this class will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed, Mr. Petrides.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you state your name for the jury?
Isaiah Chance.
Okay. And you are Isaiah Chance Jr.'s father, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you tell the jury a little bit about yourself? What do you do for work?
I'm a building engineer. I work on different buildings, you know, dealing with generators, fire pumps, just the whole outlet of the building.
How did you get into that line of work?
I started off with remodeling houses when I got the military, and you know, just went from learning, you know, different aspects in remodeling houses and construction period. Went from there to doing hotel maintenance.
And what branch of the military?
The Marine Corps.
How long did you serve?
I served about 3.5 years.
And let's talk about your son. Were you present in Isaiah's life when he was growing up?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe your relationship with your son?
Me and my son had a good relationship, you know. We was always, you know, checking in on each other, close with each other. Everybody described me and my son, you know, personality as being alike, so we had like, you know, a good relationship with each other.
Did Isaiah call you frequently?
Yes, sir. He always called me, you know, check in on his pops.
And how did you end every phone call with Isaiah, or how do you end every phone call with you?
Well, every time Isaiah hang up the phone with me, this the only thing that make me happy is like he always say I love you, no matter what.
When he was growing up, did you spend hands-on time with him, not just watching him from a distance, but working with him, helping him with things?
Yes, sir. Like I said, I was in remodeling houses and fixing up houses, doing rehab, full rehabs. So some of the houses that I used to get, I bring them on with me, and you know, we'll work beside each other. I teach them how to do certain things, you know, as I have learned myself.
So did you feel like you were teaching him a trade?
Yeah, most definitely.
And how would you describe Isaiah as a person, his character?
My son, he was very, you know, he was very quiet. You know, he's a protective, you know, he had protective behavior toward his family, you know. He was very kind and generous. He always tried to comfort people, you know what I'm saying, when people get upset. So, you know, I liked his attitude. Like I said, he's very quiet and you know, just full with, you know, love from the inside.
Did you raise him in church or in faith?
When he first started off going to church, he was going to church with his mom. You know, they were doing their thing there, and then, you know, when they grew up and he was actually, you know, coming around me a little bit more, I would introduce him into like Islam or whatnot, you know, take him to the mosque, let him, you know, see a different, you know, a different aspect of religions.
I want to talk about his time in school. Did you notice anything regarding his time in school, the way he learned, the way he had issues possibly in school?
I think that was one of his childhood hardships with, you know, grasping, you know, school education at that time. You know, that work was a little bit frustrated for him. So, you know, he used to be, you know, a little bit, you know, slow to catching on with work, and, you know, I'd be there to help him out. Sometimes I, you know, let him know that, hey man, even your daddy's slow with some of this stuff that I used to try to learn back then and help him study, you know.
So you told him a little bit like father, like son.
Right, definitely.
And what did you do with him to help him during this time?
I always stayed close, you know, range with his, you know, his education, you know, with him, how he think, you know what I'm saying? Like, just making sure that, you know, he's on point with, you know, learning things, you know, whatever, you know, type of, it can be in whatever subject, you know, just making sure that I was there to help him.
Okay. Before this incident, did you know Isaiah to ever be in trouble with the law?
No, sir.
Is there anything else you'd like this jury to know about Isaiah before we're done here?
You know, just the regular, that's my baby, I love him, that's my son, that's my first son. I believe that he still has value, and I believe we can save this one.
Thank you, Mr. Chance. Tender the witness.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
No questions, Judge.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Chance. Your testimony is now concluded, so you can log off from the Zoom.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, and you've got one more witness.
Yes, Miss Wade should
Okay,
be
I'm
brief,
going
Your Honor.
to let her in. Ms. Wade, are you present? She's been waiting a while, so. Hello, Ms. Wade?
Oh, there she goes.
Hi, okay, very good. Yeah, sorry, it's been a long wait. I apologize for that this morning, but we're ready to get going, so if you would please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Miss Wade. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you. Can you please state your name for the jury?
Nanda Wade.
Can you just tell us what city do you live in and what do you do for a living?
I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I am a hotel manager for a living.
How do you know Isaiah Chance?
I know Isaiah, I came to know Isaiah through a brief relationship with his father. And after the relationship had ended, I remained in close contact with Isaiah, his siblings, his mother, the family. So I'm a family friend.
Do you know approximately when that relationship began with his father?
2018.
And have you remained at least somewhat close to Isaiah Chance ever since? The son?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What would you describe your relationship as with Mr. Chance?
I would say I look at him as another son, but my role in his life is more so like a mentorship.
How did that work? What did that look like?
So Isaiah and his siblings would come over with me to my house for weekends. I visit with the family quite often at their home. If there were any birthday parties, age-related, or with folks close to age with Isaiah or his siblings, and I would take them along with me. We did lots of things together. We taught his older sister how to drive together. Lots of family outings, extracurricular activities with his siblings. So we were pretty close.
Did you ever watch your dog?
Yes, yes. So on a number of occasions, I asked Isaiah to babysit or dog sit for me or house sit due to travel for work. He was really responsible, so I felt comfortable with leaving him with those responsibilities.
So he would stay in your home alone at that time?
Yes, or maybe a weekend.
And you trusted him to do that?
Yes.
Did you ever have any issues during those times?
No, I never had an issue with Isaiah, and no behavioral issues. Never even seen him get upset. But yes, I felt very comfortable with him taking care of my home while I was away.
And how would you describe Isaiah as a person?
He's very reserved, sort of on the quiet side, but also insightful, I would say.
Quiet can mean different things to different people. What do you mean by that regarding Isaiah?
Quiet in terms of, not really attention seeking, very observant. So once he warmed up to a situation though, like once we, in a new environment, he'd be all about it. I was kind of surprised for a young teenager to be so willing to kind of jump out into new experiences the way that he was. He wasn't very shy.
Did he ever tell you about plans for his future?
Yes, we talked a lot about what he would want to do, after he became an adult. I came into his life when he was about 16 at the time, so those conversations became a little more serious over time as, he was getting close to being an adult. He mentioned, we actually talked a lot about the different types of careers available because he wasn't really sure, what he was good at just yet. But he landed, he had a big interest on becoming a merchant seaman.
Did he tell you why? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say that was one of the careers that he took the additional steps to pursue. He started to obtain some documentations that were necessary. Myself, him, his mother, we were discussing with him where he should go to school, those sorts of things.
Do you know why he wanted that field in particular?
Well, from what I understood, he wanted to do something that was a little purpose, that had some purpose to it. He also wanted to travel. He hadn't been outside of Jacksonville too frequently. I know he's took a few trips, but not frequently. So he really wanted to see the world, and definitely something that would be able to provide for his children.
Okay. So you're aware, obviously, that he has children, correct?
Yes. Isaiah became a father when he was pretty young, 18, almost 19 years old. I was very impressed with how hands-on he was. Always calling and asking questions. Am I doing this right? Can I do this? Should I give the baby this? Asking me, how to cut his fingernails so he wouldn't scratch his little face, that sort of thing. He was very, very hands-on. He actually, he was pretty much his child's main caretaker while the child's mother was working. So I was very impressed with how he kind of stepped into that role. We were all really excited that he had picked a career that would help support his family.
Do you plan to stay in contact with Isaiah while he's in prison?
Absolutely, 100%. I totally understand that the support, once incarcerated is just as important as the support, outside. I do plan to keep in contact with him, continue to mentor him, continue to guide him in any way that I can.
And lastly, is there anything else you want this jury to know before I let you go?
I would just like the jury to know that Isaiah is a father. Again, that is something that is new to him, but it is very important to him. We've had plenty of conversations, very intimate conversations about how important it is for him to be in his children's lives in any capacity that he can be. So I understand what's at stake here, I guess you could say, and I really would like the jury to know that removing Isaiah from his children's lives would be devastating to not only the children, but his family, all of us. He's a dedicated father, and he needs to be there for his children.
Thank you, ma'am. No further questions. Tender the
Okay,
witness.
very good. Cross?
No questions, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wade. Your testimony is now concluded, and I again apologize for the wait, and you can log off the Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are we anticipating any other Zoom witnesses today?
No other Zoom witnesses.
Okay. And then, Ms. Toomey, you're going to be up next. Do you have any Zoom witnesses today? Okay. All right, then I'm going to close out the Zoom, and we will take our lunch recess. So it's 12:30. If you all could be back here at 1:45, then we will continue on. Thank you.